Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in Khaliis take. Today's take of the day. Are the Washington Wizards going to trade Bradley Beal? Now, before we get into today's video, please like, subscribe, leave any comments. Please hit the notification bell as well for future content. Also, please check out my prior videos to this one. I have some good NBA news and content that I think I would like to share with you, and I think that you would very much enjoy. Let's just get right into it. Okay, now as far as Bradley Beal, I'm looking at one of those players in Bradley Beal who is not only a monster scoring wise, but I think he can definitely help a team that's you know, in route to getting a championship. If you, to me, like a good possible destination, for Bradley Beal, in my mind, would probably be the Clippers. They're not playing Lou Williams as much, and the Clippers are winning a lot of games actually, just as Stephen A. Smith alluded to, in regards to winning games that the Clippers are doing without Lou Williams' services. They're not even using Lou Williams that much. And to me, that's really surprising knowing that Lou Williams is one of the best scorers off the bench in the NBA and has been for, quite some time. So, the fact that they're winning games without even using his service really, or the likes of his service, as much as they've, leaned on in the past, the Clippers as organization is really, really mind-boggling, but at the same time, I do understand, what they're doing and where they're coming from. So, maybe they, threw a little bit lemon pepper Lou in there in the trade, maybe with a Luke Kennard or somebody like that. I definitely would take that route myself if I was the Clippers. I mean, I know they traded for Luke Kennard and they gave him a lot of money, to be on the team, but I'm just not sure how good Luke Kennard is going to be in a playoff series, against the elite teams. Not exactly sure how that's going to go with him, but not saying he can't do it, but I'm just saying I'd definitely rather have Bradley Beal with PG and the Claw. So, I mean, you add Bradley Beal, not only that increases their chances of beating the Lakers if they play them, that increases their chance of actually winning a championship. And that's what it's all about, of course. So, I mean, just in regards to Bradley Beal, like I said, I think he's averaging like 34, 35 points a game so far, and the Wizards are just losing. And they've already traded John Wall, and I'm just trying to figure out like what's the purpose of Bradley Beal being there. They got Russell Westbrook, but at the same time, Westbrook is still explosive. He's still, that type of player who can put up, big points and be an all-star, but Westbrook is not winning you championships. Let's just be honest. So, I think Bradley Beal, judging by just listening to him and his demeanor and the interviews and stuff like that, he seems more like the type of guy who wants to win rather than have stats. That's just how I take him anyway. So when you take that into consideration, um, going to a better organization where he can win more games is definitely something that he's probably looking into. The fact that he's putting up great numbers and all this stuff in Washington, that doesn't really excite him, I don't believe. I believe he definitely wants to win, just like every other player does. And he knows that he can't do it in Washington. So to me, he should be over Washington. He should just be completely done with that state, the team and everything. And that's no discredit to anybody that lives in Washington, because I mean, I've, been out there to DC several times. I love being out there. Like I said, it was a lot for me to do when I went there. I actually went to a, Redskins game, while I was out there. So, had fun with some friends. So I can't say anything bad about DC, the DC area, Baltimore area, all that. I can't say anything bad about the area and the people. The people were pretty cool, at least the ones that I encountered with. So I had a good experience myself. But in regards to just Bradley Beal, I mean, come on, he's been there long enough. He's put in some years. He's did his due diligence there. He's put up great numbers. He's been, consistent. He's been reliable for the most part. He hasn't been injured awfully a lot. So, like I said, I think it's time for him to move on. And I think, well, really, in my estimation, he should have been moved on from that team. But I know he's still under contract, I believe. Um, maybe he's not on the contract specifically at the moment, but either way, I still think he should have been gone from that team. And I know he seems like a loyal type guy, trying to stick with the one organization if he can. But I think now it's to the point where Bradley Beal just has to understand that he can't win with this organization, and this organization is not putting the necessary pieces around him to win. So with that being said, I think the chances of the Wizards making the playoffs this year, if Bradley Beal stays on the team, that's one thing. But at the same time, I think he wants more than just making to the playoffs. He's made to the playoffs with John Wall before. I think Bradley Beal wouldn't mind being in the Eastern Conference or Western Conference Finals. So or excuse me, the Eastern Conference Finals or the Finals. So, like I said, with that being said, I hope Bradley Beal does get traded to a better team, a contender at that. Because, like I said, I'm thinking more like the Clippers. If they do trade him, the Clippers would be a good destination. Another one possibly would be Milwaukee. The Bucks can definitely use him. I definitely would trade him for, let's see, Chris Middleton and maybe like a draft pick or something like that, and maybe even throw in I don't know, I don't want to say DiVincenzo. He's been playing pretty good for them, but you can throw in maybe one other player somewhere in there. But Bradley Beal can definitely help a championship team or a team that has aspirations to win a championship that's close but need that extra player to get over the hump. Bradley Beal will be your guy. So like I said, you know, I'm thinking the trade might possibly happen. I mean, because either Bradley Beal, like I said, to me, he should be over Washington by now, and he should want to win. With the numbers he's putting up right now, he's actually the leading scorer in the NBA right now. Nobody's scoring more points a game than Bradley Beal. But at the same time, it seems as if everybody else wins more games than Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. So, that kind of, they kind of factor each other out there. And at the same time, like I said, I like Bradley Beal. I really do. I want to see him on a better team because I feel like his talent is just going to waste in Washington. You can leave Westbrook there because Westbrook just wants to be the show. He wants to just put up massive points and, take the last shots and be the alpha. And, maybe, I know Westbrook likes to, get his triple doubles and all that stuff, but believe me, Russell Westbrook still has alpha in him. He still wants to be the main guy. So, with that being said, you can leave Westbrook there. I've seen enough from Westbrook in the OKC days. I don't believe he's winning a championship. I don't believe he's championship material. I do believe Russell Westbrook is a great player, but I just don't believe he's great enough to get you over the hump to win a championship. And to me, that's what it's all about, winning championships. It isn't about anything less than that. So, I definitely would like to see Bradley Beal get an opportunity to be on a team where he could play with other star players and see how he can contribute and see if he can help them win championships. So I definitely hope that Bradley Beal, get the trade knock. I definitely hope that things go his way in regards to that. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind being traded to a team like the Clippers or maybe even a team of the likes of like maybe Miami. Like I said, Milwaukee is a big one for me too. Between Milwaukee and the Clippers is where I see him getting traded if they decide to trade him or if he requests a trade. So, I can't wait to see if that happens. And I definitely believe that Bradley Beal after this season, if he doesn't get traded now, I definitely believe after this season, he might look into, going elsewhere. And like I said, but we'll just have to see how it shapes out and how it plans out for Bradley Beal. So, like I said, I'm just going to wait around and see exactly how it goes. And if anything changes in regards to that, I'll be the first to let you guys know on my NBA news. But hey, that's all. Until next time.
Reshoot that, Kevin.